Assalamu alaikum, Daniel. Hold on, I can't hear you yet. I think I have the wrong headphones.
I can hear you, but
Oh, I think I can hear you now. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
hey, Wang Sam, good. How are you doing, bro?
Good, alhamdulillah. I was just watching your stream. You were,
Oh,
yeah, at another time, maybe we could speak about what's going on in Lebanon and Yemen. But yeah, it was a good informative show. And I was reading some of your book, The Modernist Menace to Islam. It's a good read.
oh, great. Appreciate you saying that.
Just waiting on
Uh,
Keith. It's going to be an interesting debate.
yeah. Are we live right now, or is this backstage?
I'm live right now. Yeah, I should have told you. Yeah, I'm live right now. Ready to
Okay,
go.
no problem.
I
Yeah, I'm excited.
I want to
Oh, well.
discuss some of the terms once Keith gets in here because I have so this is yeah once he gets in here we can discuss that stuff and make sure that we're on the same page.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
no problem.
You changed fists
Sounds
on
good.
your live stream. You were wearing difficult. You got the kafaya going now.
Mhm. Yeah, I gotta get war gear on. That's a debate. So.
It's jihad. It's jihad. Can I ask you a question? Should we say rest in peace to Nasrallah or do you think that we should be against Nasrallah?
Well, that's what I was talking about in the show. Like, I don't think he was a good Muslim, like exemplary. I don't think it's. I wouldn't say rest in peace or Allah yarhamu, but was he important in fighting against Israel? Yes. Is it a huge loss for his organization to be neutralized? Yes, it's a huge loss for basically anyone who's against Israel.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I wouldn't. I'm not mourning him in the sense that, like, when I say it's a loss, it doesn't mean I'm mourning him as an individual, because he is responsible for killing many Sunnis and being a cog in the war machine against Sunnis. And even the Palestinian resistance recognizes that. They recognize that that Hezbollah has created crimes and atrocities against Sunni Muslims, and they condemn that. At the same time, they're collaborating and working with them against Israel to prevent genocide. So you can have a nuanced position. People want to force you into one or the other. Like,
Right.
that's part of the Zionist plot, actually, to force you. Oh, okay, you have to either disavow
Right.
or you're a sellout,
Like, do
and
you
that's
condemn
not
Hamas?
necessary.
It's the same thing. It's trying to force you
Yeah.
into this position where they trap, or like even that's happened to me. Like, how many Jews died in the Holocaust? They want you to say an exact number, or and if then you could go to jail for denying it or something. They want specific questions to trap you.
Yeah, they're trying to basically get you banned from traveling to any European country because it's illegal there. So they want to make sure that you're on record on that specific question.
Right. It's common tactics, but also, what happened today with Lebanon? I saw IDF started to invade Lebanon today. Is that true?
Yeah, they're starting ground invasion, so that's now on the table. I haven't fully followed all the updates because I was live streaming,
Mm.
but I mean, they've said it. All of their officials, like even Jared Kushner, came out and said this is a prime opportunity to really reshape the Middle East to make Israel, the dominant power. They have to invade. Like, there's no stopping this train. So yeah, they're gonna go, and I think it's gonna be really ugly
Okay.
in terms of deaths of Lebanese, unfortunately.
I mean, they're saying I need to lower your audio a bit, but
Me at lower it?
no, I can lower it from you. Is it laggy at all, guys? Lower his audio. I think it should be good. It looks good to you. I don't know if he's watching. Also, what does that mean? I didn't get to finish your show. I want you to be repetitive, but what does that mean for the arrival of Dajjal?
Well, it's just a matter of there's no like definitive, okay, Dajjal is going to come at this moment when this happens. There are a series of events that are supposed to happen, like other major signs that are supposed to happen before the Dajjal actually comes. One of the major signs is Imam Mahdi. So you've heard of Imam Mahdi.
Right.
Like, that is the leader, like he's a human being, just a normal human being that has been born at a certain point. And just when at a certain point, Allah just guides him and designates him as the Imam for the entire Ummah. and Muslims are supposed to follow him. Now, not everyone will necessarily follow him, but but he comes before Dajjal, before the Antichrist comes. And it's known, like in some narrations, that Imam Mahdi is going to be trapped in Masjid al-Aqsa. He's going to be trapped, and the Dajjal is going to be right, imminently going to come in to kill the remaining Muslims that are with the Imam. And that's when Jesus Christ, when Isa alayhi salam, comes and finally slays the Antichrist.
Jesus. So the Christians
Jesus,
are okay. Is the Bible in agreement with this?
The Bible doesn't go into these details, obviously. The Bible has no concept of Imam Mahdi. So it doesn't agree. That what some Christian scholars have said is that the Antichrist is going to be Jewish. And that the promised Messiah of the Jews is actually the Antichrist of the Christians. Some Islamic scholars have said a similar thing. What's interesting is that the Israeli state now is making moves to retake Masjid al-Aqsa and to what they call the Temple Mount, and to reestablish the third temple. And their belief is that when the third temple is established, then the Antichrist will come at that point, or what they consider to be the Messiah. So it's interesting how the three religions, in their understanding of the Messiah and Jesus and the Antichrist, how they intersect specifically in one geographic region, which is Jerusalem.
Are you guys lagging? Yes or no?
Temple Mount, Masjid al-Aqsa. So I think things are getting very interesting. Maybe we're close.
We're close to the end times.
We could be close.
Okay, so what do we do? Do we have? Should we have a bunch of kids right now? Should we start preparing? Do I get out of the, like, what do we do now if the end times are near?
What we should do is prepare in terms of our iman, because when the Antichrist comes, he's going to have a lot of seemingly miraculous things that he can do. And that is why he's called Dajjal. Like, Dajjal means deception. Dajjal. It means an inversion of reality. So the Antichrist is going to have all kinds of tricks, and he's going to claim to be the Messiah first of all. And so a lot of people are going to fall for that. And then he's going to claim to be God. He's going to claim to be divine, and he's going to back up these claims with like miraculous things. And if you are a Muslim who's really kind of shaky in his belief, or don't really have solid foundations, then you're liable to fall into his deception and to start following the Antichrist, thinking he's at the Messiah, or thinking that he is even God or divine. So that's one of the main things. And then also Muslims have to read Surah Al-Kahf. Like, Surah Al-Kahf, about the importance of reading it?
No, what's Surah Al-Kahf?
It's the 18th chapter of the Quran. And in a authentic narration, there's a few different versions of this narration, that this is one of the ways to protect yourself against the Antichrist, is to read the 18th chapter of the Quran, or to read the first 10 verses of it, or the last 10 verses of it. So for me, for example, I'll sometimes read on Fridays specifically. Read it on Fridays. So my practice is after Salatul Jumu'ah, after the Friday prayer, there's 10 verses at the beginning of Surah Al-Kahf and 10 verses at the end of Surah Al-Kahf. I just read those every Friday, and I read them with my kids as well. And this is also a very important way to protect yourself from the deception of the Dajjal, the fitna of the Dajjal. And also, if you've memorized, I don't know if you've memorized this yet, but there's a dua specifically that you recite in the tashahhud. Not Ayatul Kursi, but in the prayer, like when you're sitting at the end, like the last unit of prayer. And
yeah, so I need to work on it.
Exactly. So there's certain dua that you can recite at the end, like asking Allah to protect us from the fitna of different things, including like the fitna of the grave, like the qabr, and then also of the Antichrist. So you can recite that. It's authentic sunnah to recite that. You can find the Arabic very easily and memorize it.
Oh, they say Dajjal in that surah. They say Atahiyatu so Dajjal. So what does that mean? Like you seek refuge from Dajjal?
Yeah, you seek refuge in Allah from the fitna of Dajjal.
Okay. Can you,
So
how
yeah,
do you pronounce it real quick?
it's not a surah.
I friended Keith, by the way. Apparently, Chad, Keith, I sent, he had an old Discord. I think he got banned or something, but he should be. Let's see if he's got his new one. Oh, yeah, I have him. My apologies. I don't think I'm not sure if he told me that he got banned. Here we go.